Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Petty fam. What's going on? It's your boy King Petty. We're here on King Petty Chronicles where we can talk about anything and everything. Today I'm going to do a sports talk. We're going to do a little sports talk update on this past week. Just real talk. We're going to talk about Ron Rivera and the Panthers. Sorry, I'm a Patriots fan. Every time I talk about football, I want to talk about the Patriots. We're not looking so good. I mean, we're looking great. Really, to be honest, we're looking great. We have one of the best records in the NFL. Offensively, we've just lost some people, but we're not here to talk about that. That's neither here nor there. We're here to talk about Ron Rivera and the Panthers. The Panthers have released Ron Rivera. He is no longer the head coach. He has been fired. Now, me personally, I understand why the Panthers fired him. I do not understand, nor do I really respect them firing him right now. Now, this is it's week 13. We're going into week 14 of the NFL. There are 4 games left in the season. Even if you fired him and got a new person and y'all went the last 4 games of the season, won, there's literally no way that they can make the playoffs. So firing him now to try to get somebody new for a team that has only 4 games regardless, like there's no chance you get somebody new that's gonna bring them in and they're gonna make a playoff run. It's impossible. Their record is too bad. They're 5-7. Even if they win these next 4 games and go 9-7, there's 2 teams in one division that are both 10-2 right now. We got the 49ers and the Seahawks. So if whichever one of them two wins their division, the other one is going to be wild card. Like even so the Panthers are already going to 2020. So my whole thing is you could have let him keep his job for these last 4 games and then released him at the end of the season and then go into talking to new coaches. There's no need to drop him right now. What I think it does show, it doesn't really show strength in the organization. I feel like it shows more of anybody can be fired right now. So I mean, Cam better watch out. He better be ready for it already. He's got 1 year left in his contract. Who knows what they'll do if they're revamping? If they'll just cut him some money and cut him now. But we're gonna really watch them. So Ron Rivera was the head coach of the Panthers for the past 9 years. He has on record he has the most wins as any head coach. In Panthers history. So this is a person who knows what to do, who knows what their organization needs to succeed. But that was before they acquired new ownership. So maybe what they want in the vision for the team now is not what Ron Rivera is. So I can understand, but I still feel like you should let him get these last 4 games, and then that'd be it. So like I said, there's no way that he can make it, that the team can make it to the playoffs. So there was no need to fire him like publicly. Like, what I'm saying? This didn't need, like I can understand if you had told him on private, like, look, 2020 you will not be the coach here. We will let you finish out the season because there's nothing there's nothing that no one else can do to bring in anything more. There's no way we can't fire you and bring in somebody. Like if they could have fired him and brought in somebody new and they had a playoff shot, then that would be understandable. But when there's no playoff shot, there's no reason to do this. So now there are 5 teams that they're talking about that he can make a move for. Number 1 is the Giants. Now the Giants are looking like trash right now, and I as a Patriots fan hate the Giants, so I love to see them like this. Probably more than the Cowboys fans love to see them like this. So they have lost 8 games straight. They are on track to lose these next 4. So they're looking at going into a 12-game losing streak. And when you're looking like that, I mean, Ron Rivera, like I said, he's got the best winning percentage as any coach in Panthers. So he's not a bad coach. I think that the system there changed and he was there. So you can send him to the Giants and he can bring it up to par. Now another team is the Browns. And with the Browns, they need discipline as a whole on a team. And Ron Rivera is a very disciplined man. I mean, when your team is a spokesperson for security, that means you guys run a tight ship. Everything is disciplined. Everything is the way it needs to be. He and Steve Wilkes will be reunited in Cleveland, so it's really nice. It's wonderful to see. I don't think he's gonna be without a job long. I really feel he'll be coaching by 2020 some team. Some other teams that we are looking at are the Jaguars. The Redskins are a possibility. And then there's also the Falcons. Now the Falcons, that I feel like would be a little bit of a petty move on Ron Rivera's end because then he would get to play the Panthers twice a year. And if you come out the gate beating the team that just fired you, like I said publicly, in my mind, I would be like, yeah, we're gonna come in, we're gonna smash, and this is what we're gonna do. And you just have that in front of all those. He would probably on their first meeting, if they won, he would have some type of facial reaction that would be a meme from generations to come. So I'm interested in watching. I know he's not going to be out of the job. I know he's going to probably be coaching somebody by 2020. So I will definitely be doing updates about that. Another person I want to give a shout out to, despite the fact that I do not like this team because they beat us, is the Ravens and Lamar Jackson, who is actually on par to beat out Michael Vick's record this Sunday against the Bills. So it's the record for most rushing yards by a quarterback. Vick did this in 2006. He had 1,039 rushing yards. Now Lamar is at 977. He is 63 yards short of breaking Michael Vick's record, and he's been having 100-yard rushing games. So this upcoming Sunday, they're playing the Bills. I can take this game either way. For me personally, first of all, Patriots, I need a win if we're going to allow the Bills to win. If we're going to allow the Bills to win, we need a win to stay up with the record as well. If the Ravens lose and we win, that's going to put us back at number one AFC seed. If we lose, and the Bills win, then that would possibly put us down in the division because their record's better, but it would come down to the end with the fact that we haven't lost a divisional game yet. So, we're really going to be watching. Shout out to Lamar Jackson. I mean, he is really a great quarterback. I really can't say anything bad about him. He's still, even when they're talking about this Michael Vick record, he's like, I'd be honored to beat the record. Michael Vick is somebody I looked up to, but at the end of the day, if I don't break it, it's about the win. So he's really a team player. Like, okay, I'm not gonna be going out of my way, trying to make it in not making smart decisions to break the record. I'm gonna go for the win. If I don't get it this week, I'll get it next week. He's gonna get it before the end of the season, regardless. So he can definitely sacrifice some yards on the run to pass for a touchdown. And I see him making that. He's a smart young man. I respect his game. I will definitely be watching. And, we're going to be watching the Ron Rivera story too. If you, like, comment, subscribe, what you think about what's going on, how you feel about him. If you're a Panthers fan, I am in North Carolina, so there's a lot of them around me. Let me know. Everybody, thank you for tuning in, being part of the King Petty family, and y'all have a good one.